Hey girl, you trying to hit this?
Oh, you know exactly what I need. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I've been wanting to do this. I've been asking you for what, like 6 months now?
I know. It's been a minute,
I have your logo on my phone case.
We love
Kristina's a longtime fan of Two Girls, One Blunt.
We love Kristina. Kristina's the reason we moved to Miami.
Kind of. Yeah. Actually, yeah.
I met you on a boat and I was like, she likes crystals and doesn't drink. I found my people.
I like this girl.
And then we went to Miami again. We traveled together. Here we are.
And then I met you in Palm Springs.
That was an interesting week.
That
was a very fun week.
Every day I woke up cuddling Kristina, on top of her, pretty much taking her back. And she was
I forgot
right.
we all slept in the same bed.
Literally. So what had happened was apparently when I got the invitation months before the trip and said, oh yeah, immediately to the invitation, I said, I'll be there. I'm booking a flight now. I think that they didn't believe me because it was so immediate. And then I never reconfirmed. And
oh yeah,
they never knew that I was coming. So we ran out of bed. So the three of us cuddled every night.
We shared a room.
It was
fun. We bonded.
I think we really did.
Yeah. Like mother and child.
I was the mother. Kristina was the child. I was petting her as I was going to sleep.
I'm the middle child. No, I'm the annoying one. I'm the young one.
She did knock me off the bed one night.
Me?
Yeah, you did.
Really?
I because you came over so far and I think I tried to move a little bit. And I just remember I woke up on the floor fuck.
Were y'all fucking while I was sleeping?
We were fucking on top of you.
You were filming it. I saw you.
That wouldn't be the first time someone got fucked with someone on top of them.
Was that the SIU? Oh, true.
Remember that?
I don't know how I just recalled that story when we said that.
Well, now I got to talk about it, I guess.
Should we introduce you first?
Yeah, let's
introduce where the fuck we're at. We're at the Two Girls, One Blunt podcast studio, bitches.
What's up?
Yeah, our top of the line studio with top of the line equipment with no mic stands in our living room.
Cheers to that, ladies.
Cheers to that. Oh, did we just kiss?
I know. I felt like my dick get hard.
And today we have Kristina Santa, longtime friend, clearly longtime lover of us. We're pretty
real
cool.
lovers.
You already know it.
Kristina does everything.
Mm-hmm. She does everything.
She's the epitome of jack of all trades.
That's very true.
Which is a compliment.
Don't you do roofing and
I've done a lot of stuff. Yeah,
we don't introduce her as a roofer. This is our friend Kristina. She's a roofer.
She does roofing.
The thing about her is she'll do it with her tits out.
Oh, and it's hot.
No, Kristina has extensive experience in the music industry. And not only does she have extensive experience building studios, working with some really big people, but she also has a beautiful, wonderful voice herself.
Oh, I love you, Jen.
And she's dropping a song soon?
Yeah.
Hint, hint?
Hint, 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 hint.
When's it coming out?
We don't have a date yet, but now that I'm saying this here, it's got to happen now.
It's got to happen.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We're manifesting it.
Thank you for forcing me.
Yeah, get to work, bitch.
Let's go. It seems like nobody wants to work these days. Get to the music studio and produce.
How'd you feel about Kim Kardashian saying that?
I mean, I feel like she's not wrong, but I don't think she was the one that could say that. Of all people out there. I mean, she does work though. She does work hard.
She's a hustler.
She's a hustler. But I feel like
I know what you mean.
She should have known that the public would not accept it. I'm not knocking Kim. I got mad respect for the woman because she does do her thing. But I could see how people didn't accept it.
I think she was talking to Courtney and people took it out of context and thought she was talking to the world. I don't think she was talking to anybody making minimum wage.
No.
No.
She's saying, I think what she's saying too is just our generation does expect a lot.
Yes.
The younger generation doesn't know how to work. I feel like they feel entitled to it and they're I deserve to have everything. And it's that's not how the world works. It's a harsh reality.
Yeah.
And there's that clash right
Like
now.
you do deserve to have everything, but you also have to work for it.
Yeah.
It sucks.
You gotta eat shit
like,
sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like some people, I've heard some people talk about even like manifestation, and they're like manifesting is just believing that it's yours and doing this. Well, if you really believe it's yours, you're gonna do the work that's gonna get it to you.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
it's a whole. It's believing it so much that you just actually go and do the actual
You become
work
it.
behind
It's the
it.
ultimate fake it till you make it.
Exactly.
Because you're still working at it. You're not just
Yes.
like, this will fall into my lap.
You're not sitting at home watching TV, scrolling social media, being like, I'm going to manifest a really rich boyfriend and I'm going to manifest $4,000 in my bank account. Like, no, you got to wake up. You got to take like specific action towards your goals and your dreams. And as you're doing that, those things that you're manifesting, you're going to notice you meet somebody because you went to that meeting and you got out of your comfort zone or whatever it is. That's
Yep.
when things align.
Yes.
Not when you're at your fucking house. I see so many girls that are like, I'm just going to wait for a rich boyfriend. And I'm like, bitch, you have no job.
You have to go find him. He's not going to just come to you. This is not Cinderella.
No.
Like, you do not have the magic slipper, bitch. Go out to a rich bar and wait for a hot man and then flirt with him.
Do the work.
Yeah.
That's true.
Christina, have you ever gotten a rich man?
You a sugar daddy?
A rich woman?
You know what? I tried to have a sugar daddy one time, and I told this guy straight up. I was like, listen, I'm cool to be your friend, because he was like saying he wanted like a companion more so. And I was like,
Okay.
I was like, I ain't gonna say no to that. If you just want to, he wanted to pay me to go to dinners, and I was like, that's fine. But after like a couple months, eventually he wanted more, and I was like, I told you what I'm comfortable with. I was like,
Yeah.
it's also fine with me if we end this relationship. And
That was it?
That was it.
he came back a couple months later.
They always do.
They always do.
They always
And
do.
it was the same thing, and then now it's like I'm just not even putting myself in that situation.
You just know
But,
what it is.
Yeah, I'm
Typical
my own
men.
sugar mama. What you mean? I don't need no sugar
I
daddy.
know. It's so interesting because I feel like the people I surrounded myself with before, right? The talk of having a sugar daddy was like very big. It was like a desired fantasy. Like, oh, I wish I could just have a sugar daddy pay for my purse and everything. But now the people that we all hang out with, like all the women, all the people we hang out with and all the women or whatever are their own sugar daddies. And I'm like,
Exactly.
I'm surrounded by a bunch of rich, badass women.
They're like, why would I need a man when I can just do it myself?
Exactly.
Which we love.
Or a woman.
Yeah, you know.
Or
Whoever you want.
a man, woman.
Or, yeah,
Those
non-binary.
exist.
We
Shit.
don't discriminate over
We're
here.
not judging.
Yeah.
As long as they got money, they can come through.
We don't care.
I don't give a fuck about pronouns.
Someone's gonna cut that. I want whoever's editing this to cut that shit and Emily just yell on TikTok, I don't give a fuck about pronouns.
I think that'd be a perfect clip.
or the gays.
Yeah, fuck the gays. Actually, like, fuck them. They're hot.
Yeah. I just saw a TikTok and it was a gay guy and he was like talking about how straight men like do this specific dance and he was like, it looks so gay. Like that
Which
looks
dance?
Which
I don't know what it
dance?
is.
Damn it.
I know.
I feel like that was an important factor in this story.
I know.
Damn.
And he was like, and
David,
so someone,
straight boy dance.
oh God, he's gonna like Carlton over there. He's high as fuck. He's just chilling. He's like vibing.
Yeah, no, like
Are the cameras on?
The cat just like brushed me and like hit the camera, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Why is the camera just like off?" So no, not off. Just
like
off
tilted.
center.
Yeah. And we're like, oh shit. Fucking, what were we
So
talking
the straight
about?
guy?
Oh, the straight guy.
The gay guy.
Straight guy
or whatever.
The gay guy called the straight guys like he was like, oh, you guys look, that looks a little gay is what he said. And so a straight guy commented as like on that video and was like, oh, that's kind of like insulting that you think anything a man does that's feminine is gay. And he was like, no, but like, why did you think me saying that looks a little gay was an insult? And I was like,
That's true.
so I just want to say like, that's gay. And like, people be like, what? And then be like, why did you think that was an insult? Like, I'm saying it as like a good thing. I love that it's gay.
We're bringing back that gay is like happy vibes. You
Yeah.
know? It's not negative. You can be gay. You can be straight, but like, why would you?
No.
It's 2022.
Is anybody actually
straight?
100% straight? I
don't
don't
think
believe
so.
it. I don't think so.
I don't think
I think
so.
everybody's at least like a little
little
like
bit.
the right
There's
moment, the
somebody.
right person with nobody else looking. I feel like certain.
Yeah.
Or if like a threesome
matter.
and he just like slips it in your butt, you might take it.
There
You
we go.
might take it.
There we go.
Emily has been so horny. Where's my puff bar?
Oh God. Oh.
We got an addict in the room.
It's always the last puff bar.
There should be like sad music playing. Like, where's my puff bar? And everything's just like slows down. You like see the anger in my.
I know. I feel like it should be like whoop whoop to like get you more agitated, and then you're like freaking out where you can't find the puff bar.
Yeah,
I feel like it's that like everyone thinks you're fine, but you're not fine, and it's like that slow zoom in video. Like it should be one of those.
The Sarah McLachlan.
you just start seeing sweat dripping down my face.
Oh,
I'm
no.
like, oh man. Yeah, I love pussy.
It's a nice segue.
I love dick too, though. But like, I just appreciate women so much. They're just so beautiful.
Women are beautiful.
They're so beautiful.
They're so
You're so
soft.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Christina's beautiful, guys. She has an
Christina's hot.
OnlyFans too. We forgot to mention that. Where can people find you on social media while we're listening? Guys,
Kristina Santa, and it's with a K.
yeah,
With a K, bitch.
Christina Santa, like Santa Claus. Ho ho ho. Yeah.
Oh, we're the 3 hoes right now.
Oh,
Ho, ho, ho.
we're the 2 hoes to your last hoe, and I don't know what that means. How are you doing? Are you high?
Not very. I've been doing dabs with one of my friends lately, so my tolerance is
Oh
up here.
shit!
It takes a lot to get me high now.
Do you need a bong rip?
We'll be right back, guys.
David bong rips.
Yeah, I don't really get high anymore.
That's crazy.
That
My tolerance is just stupid.
ever since the 420 event that we did, which is still available on YouTube, you should go check that out and subscribe. Ever since then, I've been smoking bongs. Like Emily and I have been smoking bongs instead of blunts. We're saving so much weed. Like, so much weed. The moment we smoke blunts, an ounce is gone in a day. Like, it's so bad.
So easy.
But when I smoke bong, I have a whole ounce, and it maybe 10 days it took me.
There's only so many times you can rip a bong before you're up in outer space.
Like 3.
I can do like I'll fill the thing a couple times, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I'll fill the bowl like 3 or 4 times.
Well,
easily.
But that's it.
What
That's all
was
I
it?
got in
Yeah.
me.
What was it about the bowls that Tori packed that felt like they were never ending? Because
she packed that. That shit was like a brick.
She like packed it.
It was compacted.
Oh.
Because I smoke bong. I've been smoking the same bongs.
Me
And I'm like,
too.
I'm going through a bowl in 3 rips. Like, how did it take me
She
20
fucked our
minutes?
asses
20
up.
minutes to smoke.
There was an
one-
ounce in that bowl. Did you know that? There was an ounce in that little bowl.
Oh man,
I could see that.
Like it was a lot.
Those bowls were insane.
But y'all thought time out. They all thought I was going to lose this shit.
We talked so much.
We talked a lot of
during
shit.
the interviews. And I could hear my name come up every single time, and I was like, I know they're talking shit. It's not like everybody's in there saying Christina's just gonna. I knew they were talking shit. I had the vibe, right? And then you know what? If it was only smoking based stuff, nobody would have beat me in there.
What do you mean only
The
smoking
only
base?
thing that I lost on was because I got a crumb of a cashew in my mouth, and I didn't know that the crumb was a
But
cashew.
here's the thing, though. I do think the final 6. I wish Emily was a part of. Oh, you were in the final 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Final 6. All of those people, if it was smoking based, we would have gone for like 4 days until someone hadn't slept, and we
That's
were
true.
like old and like dehydrated. We're like, we need like more weed. We just keep
we would have
smoking.
been
Like,
fine.
You know what? Here's how we need to do it next time.
yeah, we're
playing 4
I've
days.
got an idea. I've got
God.
an idea.
Oh God.
And this is intense. Okay. So you can do whatever you want up until the time that you get there. And then the next thing is that you have to like smoke like a bong rip or like a dab or like whatever it is. And you can't drink water. And as you need water,
Shut
you
the
get
fuck
eliminated.
No, that goes against
that's
the
a
Geneva
real-
Convention.
that's cruel.
That's cruel and unusual punishment. That's war
But
crimes.
that would be a real competition.
I think we could make it a real competition. I say we start off with teams. You play
like
baseball.
Okay.
We start with the hard shit. You get us fucked up. We move on to the
I
bong
do breathing
round.
exercises. Bring it on.
I think we should get the I Aspire dab
Dabs,
rigs
we
as
should.
well. We are gonna get these dope dab
Okay.
rigs. Fucking one, it's so easy to use. You hit a button. It's a smooth
It's
hit.
amazing.
It's amazing.
Oh, I've used that before. It's like a little volcano looking thing or whatever.
No, they look like a dab rig. You literally just press a button.
It's
and
like
it
electronic.
heats itself up.
It
Yeah, we're
heats
using
itself
that.
up. It's amazing. So we're getting sent those. Thank you, Aspire. And then yeah, we'll do those. I think gas mask round. I think it should be smoking only.
Yes.
No trivia.
True.
Or the trivia could be, I think it needs to go rapid fire. Like you're the first one to the buzzer, not we go around.
I do. I think it should be like a Jeopardy, or like Family Feud when you go up and you hit the buzzer. Like people should be eliminated by having to compete 1-on-1, and it's like March Madness type deal. Like who gets up?
I think that would be fun.
It's just 2 people have to beat each other.
It's cool, but like the only thing with it is somebody that doesn't even smoke could go up there and get a question right, but then they wouldn't even be able to take a bong rip.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if it's going to be a weed Olympics, let's
No, we're going to get some hardcore stoners.
It was fun as hell, though.
Yeah.
It was
a dope
honestly
day.
like, that was very fun.
It was a great
And I think we
day.
could like perfect it to
I
where
agree.
it's like,
yeah.
more sponsors,
gonna be fucking killer.
like more shit. It'll be dope.
and
Should we
coming
take a
right
break?
back to you guys. So a couple days ago, I kind of sort of pegged a guy.
How do you sort of peg a guy?
Well, it was with one of those massage gun things. Like I was dressed, he was dressed, but like I still managed.
It went into his butthole.
But he was clothed?
It was John Cotter.
I knew. The moment you said you pegged a guy, I was like, who does she have pegged? Obviously, John already told us there was like an orgy. He was with you when he said that.
Yeah.
Were you at the orgy?
And I was like, why do my
One of
friends
them. I
always
was there
have
at one of them.
orgies without
But
me?
like, I didn't really participate like that, except for like with John, because I was like, you know what, it's an orgy. I might as well like do something. And I was like, I didn't really want to go full out. I just wasn't feeling I wasn't into the guy. So I was like, eh. But John was like, he goes, use that on my ass. And I was like,
okay.
okay. And I picked it up, and like he was still dressed, but like it still kind of like was going in, and he was like, like,
Wait, no, okay.
The
He liked
vibration
it.
on your butthole.
oh my God.
that would feel great.
Yeah, no.
Wait,
But
Chris did that to me. He took my magic wand. You know how intense that thing gets? Like the Hitachi magic wand? It's loud. It
So
vibrates.
now-
And then he was fucking me, and he put it on my asshole, and it was going to my butt, and I was like, whoa. Sorry, David. My brother's listening. But my little brother's man in the camera. But yeah, it was amazing. So I can imagine what he felt.
You know what? I might have to try that.
Wait.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't like butthole stuff. You got to try it now.
No, I have the massage gun. I'll put a different head on it or clean the other one. But like,
Yeah, just put like a baggie over it.
Yeah,
A
Ziploc.
Ziploc baggie.
but no. So imagine. So you're saying you did it with a magic wand. Now imagine the massage gun.
That's
That's
going in and out.
aggressive. Oh, it's actually like fucking.
Okay, so
Did his boxers have shit stains on after that?
I never saw his boxers. I don't think John wears boxers. I'm pretty sure he has a very nice
thong?
Probably, yeah,
Yeah,
probably
why
a
not?
very sexy thong.
I love that. That's
I
hot.
don't think I've ever seen his underwear.
I want to see him in a thong. Send
A thong,
me
thong,
nudes,
thong.
John.
Wait, now I'm high. I fucking order at acai. You know, I'm hungry. Son of a bitch.
So for those of you who don't know, John Cotter is our makeup artist.
Yeah. He's the best. We love
He's
him.
amazing. We love him.
If you need makeup done, he's the man to hit up.
He will fly out to wherever you want him to go.
We need him on the podcast too. We were gonna try to
Honestly.
have
funny.
we were gonna try to have him on, but he was leaving that night. So sad.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was with him.
He just left.
He just
Yeah.
left like yesterday or the day before.
He's a riot. I fucking love him. I love his energy.
I fucking love John. Like
There's
one
always-
of the funniest people. Like
Just so funny.
He definitely belongs in Miami. Like he's always doing crazy shit. I feel like this is the place to be.
This is.
I think it's way easier to get around Miami than it is LA.
There's like two different cities. Like LA is really good if you're going out there and you want to work like
And
with
hustle.
a lot of people and like and just get a lot of stuff done because that's still where the majority of people are. But like the people in Miami are cool, man. Like it's fun out here. Like it's
know.
a better time. I have a better vibe out here. I just wish we had mountains. If we had mountains here, I wouldn't want to go anywhere else in the world.
Yeah. That's
It's so flat.
where are the closest mountains to Florida?
The Appalachia?
Like maybe like North Carolina.
Oh,
or,
shit.
Or like
And you'd have to go to like the boonies. Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, I hear words and I'm like, is that allowed?
Oh, I think so. Like butt fuck.
What does the boonies even mean? I think of the Goonies.
I don't know.
boondocks.
The boondocks.
Like it's just like out of the it's like out of the way.
in the
Like,
wilderness.
Interesting.
Yeah. Where people fuck their cousins and shit.
And
Did you know in Kentucky there's a race of people that are blue?
Yes.
They're actually blue. Like their entire skin is blue and it's from like fucking their cousins and shit.
Yeah.
A couple too many times.
Isn't it a documentary on Netflix?
Their skin is blue. I want to
Is
look
it?
at this.
The
No,
blue.
they're actually blue.
They're literally blue.
It's like a hemoglobin thing or something. Like something with their blood cells mutated weird. And it kept replicating because they kept fucking each other. So it's now like a thing.
And they're all kind of like a little dumb.
Clearly.
Yeah, they like can't speak.
What?
I think this family, there's a documentary, and they're all because they've just fucked each other. They're not smart people.
I think you're thinking of another family in Kentucky.
that's another family.
Yeah.
Kentucky. What's going on with these fucking
They
Kentucky
fucked their
folk?
cousins. These people are very blue.
Yeah.
They're literally like Smurfs.
They're very blue.
Yes, David.
Pretty sure it's not Kentucky. It's Alabama.
It's Alabama, the one she's thinking about. Because I've seen
the
these people
majority
you're
of
talking
this
about.
scenario is in Alabama, is at least the stereotype.
Yeah.
Don't
True or
trash
not, I don't know.
Kentucky people. They're good people.
You know some people from Kentucky?
Met them at Club
I know
Space,
people from
actually,
Kentucky.
yeah.
They're cool, but like this is a one issue in Kentucky for sure.
They just fucked their cousins a lot.
Yeah, people
They're
in Kentucky fuck their cousins, and priests in Massachusetts rape kids. Like every
Yeah.
state has their own thing.
You didn't know that priests rape kids?
I knew that.
I don't think that's just in Massachusetts.
No, I think it's
like,
worldwide.
But like they did have a huge part of it in Massachusetts where the Boston Globe got involved and like outed everyone, and it was a huge thing. So like Massachusetts is a huge part of where they uncovered all of the priests doing this, and priests would cover up the crimes and go move to be a priest somewhere else, and they wouldn't all the other people would keep it hidden, so they would just do the same thing. So basically all the priests know this is happening. When you get caught, you just go to another state. And the people in Boston found this out. It was like a huge thing in the Boston Globe. Like it was huge. And there's a whole movie about it. Is Steve Carrell the one in it? Who is it
In a movie?
They did a movie on this. I think it's called the Boston Globe.
Damn.
The police department also fucks kids.
Yeah. I think that has also come out. Crazy.
I think there's sadly crazy people in every field and
Absolutely.
everything.
And
But
most
you know
of them
what?
fuck kids.
I would rather you fuck your cousin than fuck some kids. So,
That's true.
but just don't fuck your kid cousin.
I was about to say, unless your cousin's a kid.
As long as your cousin's consenting, like that's not my business.
And over 18.
It's really weird, but it's not my business.
It's not my business.
If y'all over 18, y'all consenting, that's on you.
All right, what
But
would
then
you
your
do?
kids don't consent. Like, don't have kids with your cousin.
Yeah, because they have to live
true.
with that lifelong.
Yeah, that's
like-
not fair.
That's true.
So fuck your cousin, but wear protection.
rules on how to fuck your cousin properly.
Is this really where the conversation's gone?
Yep. This is welcome.
What was in the weed that we just smoked?
This
It was
is
semen from a guy who fucked his cousin. He just nutted in it.
Kristina wasn't ready. We told you in the hallway. We were like,
It's a really nice soundboard and a lot of water in my mouth. So don't like me.
Oh my
This
God,
could
I'm
be
always
bad.
so scared. Yeah.
I know. We put so many drinks near the soundboard. Oh my God. No, yeah. We always warn people. We're like, this is what it's like to come on our podcast. Like, are you cool to talk about anything? Everyone's like, yeah, sure. And they don't realize we'll start talking about some fucked up things. And then they're like, okay.
You're like, can we actually cut out that? I don't want to.
But sometimes we have guests where they just go along with the fucked up shit too. And then that makes for a great episode.
It's great.
We love it.
Fuck it.
Yeah, because I think also we are heading in the direction where we're going to be having a lot of comedians on the podcast. We're in stand-up comedy. Emily's going to be starting stand-up comedy, like the podcast category.
Excited for that.
You promised you would go.
I told her I
I'ma
would
hold
come
you to that.
and I'd be in the front row with tomatoes.
And she's going to throw tomatoes at me after and then make a TikTok about it. And I think that'll be great.
Wait,
And I'm going to end my
I'll throw
set.
tomatoes at you too,
No,
bitch.
I'm going to end my set and be like, so guys, like this was my first time doing stand-up comedy, like things. And tomatoes are just going to
I told her she's got to like do something super sentimental and be like, she's going to be like, guys, thank you so much for being such a gracious audience. And like as she's
for
going
making
on, I'm
this
just going,
special. I think that would be
you
great.
like just say, sit down, bitch. You suck.
you suck.
I'll be on the other side. You throw the tomato and I yell, you suck. And I'll have a tomato from the far corner.
Really, we need someone to record.
We're just going to heckle the heck out of her.
heckle the heck.
We just have such a good group of people. Like, I think we're all funny. Like, we all have our own quirky personalities, and it's just funny. Like,
When we're always just in a silly, goofy mood.
I know. Like, I always have fun with everyone. We're always laughing. We're always high. It's great.
Always high.
very
Yeah. I was just realizing, like, all of our circle is stoners, pretty much.
There's a few that still like have the vibe, and I always forget that they don't smoke.
I know.
Like, you know who always Kelly doesn't smoke.
Really?
I've never met her.
What?
I'm like the only one who's never met her.
No, there's a couple people that don't smoke, and it's just always like
why do you not smoke?
I mean, some people just don't like it, or they get quiet, or like, you know what I mean? Like, but
You have to fight through that. Every stoner knows they have fought
Yeah.
through the awkward.
push through the pain.
There's an awkward phase, right? There's like where you just like think everyone's judging you and you're super in your head. There's like paranoid where you're like the cops, the FBI are outside my
all
apartment.
of that though is paranoia. All of that is just
It
letting
is.
yourself get in your head and create a false narrative,
It
and then
is.
realizing it and being like, whoa, relax,
Just
you're
snap out of
high.
it.
That's what it is. I think being high, it just like it makes you feel a lot of things, like a little less than it would on shrooms, but it's like, it just opens your mind. And so if your mind and you're not used to controlling your thoughts and staying grounded, you smoke weed, your thoughts are going everywhere and you don't know how to like, okay, calm yourself down and let me think of how cool this would be if I was like painting or like outside in the woods, like, you know what I mean, just like enjoying
But
life.
I get some people that like do that stuff though, like without being on weed too.
Yeah, good for them.
Like, yeah,
Good for you.
Good for you
That's
guys.
not me.
Yeah.
I like taking like a tolerance break once in a while
I do too.
because eventually I just don't get high anymore. So
And that's
Yeah.
no fun.
Roommate of mine who says she needs a tolerance break is no roommate of mine.
Are you talking about me?
I'm just kidding. No, sometimes I get like foggy. If I am not staying up to date with meditation and shit, and then I'm smoking all of the time, I notice I use smoking as a crutch.
Yeah.
And that's when I don't like smoking. And I do
Yeah.
have to give myself that distance and kind of be like, remind yourself, why are you smoking? Because I like when I get creative. Like I like when I'm like feeling comfortable in a space. Like for me, getting high before I go somewhere makes me comfortable. Now I'm like, you know, but I also don't want to use it as a crutch. I used to be so comfortable
without it.
without it, you know?
Yeah, we've talked about how we have weed addictions. And, you know,
Yeah.
the first step is that we're open and honest about it. And
And the second step
Is
is lighting
smoke
a
weed.
blunt. Is smoking about it.
get high, tell yourself that you have a problem, and then get high again. That's fine, right?
I guess I'm on the road to recovery myself.
Weed's a good thing.
The 12 steps are like, you just have to apologize to every plug you've cussed out for not responding to you. Like, I'm so sorry. You helped me once, and I
Yeah.
forgive you.
All right, Kristina,
All right.
how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I feel like you're about to ask me about that friends having sex on top of me story.
Oh yeah,
Well, now you brought it up.
you brought it up.
Because we started and
No,
you
girl,
said we need to.
I'm a stoner.
Oh, we digressed.
I forgot about that story. After I told you we'd come back to it, we went on tangents and it left, and you brought it back. So now we're going to talk about Kristina has had sex. No, Kristina has had people.
I have, guys. I've had sex.
Breaking news. Kristina Santa has had sex before.
Have you had anal?
Yeah.
Did
Did
you like it?
Not particularly.
She's not an
It just
anal
might
girl.
not have-
Did it feel like you were pooping?
Yeah, yeah.
kinda does.
Yeah.
You gotta get through
You
that.
gotta push through that.
It just wasn't like I get more satisfaction from actually just taking a shit and like having my stomach flatter than anal. So
That is
like
a good feeling.
Taking a shit is better than anal. You heard it here, Kristina Santa.
and I stand behind that.
Okay. You were laying in bed and two people had sex on top of you.
Was it vigorous sex?
Well, I didn't even know it was happening at first.
So no. It was not
Okay,
rough
I
sex.
feel like I need to clarify it a little bit, you know, like, okay, so I'm laying down and my friend,
Awake?
yeah, I was fully awake.
On your stomach or back?
I was on my stomach.
Paint a picture.
I was on my stomach. I was wearing like, I think like booty shorts.
Oh, yeah.
I think I might have been topless, but I was wearing booty shorts
Ooh.
and my friend is there and he told his girlfriend to give me a back rub. And I'm like, oh, I ain't gonna argue with that, but I can kind of guess where he's trying to get it to go. Like, but I'm like, well, I'll still take the back rub. So
I'll deny them later after I get my massage.
So I'm laying there. She's like sitting on my butt, basically giving me a back rub.
Okay.
And then he comes over and he's like, I'm going to give her a back rub. And I'm like, all right.
Oh, yeah.
But like I'm relaxed. And she goes, Kristina, are you okay with this? I'm like, of course. And then like another 5 minutes goes by. She's like, Kristina, you okay with this?
With
I'm
what?
like, yeah. And then again, at this point, I realized like, I'm like, I can feel my friend like, because I'm laying here at my friend and the girl's here. Thank you. All right. So, okay, here we go. Let me paint this picture real quick. So this would be my friend in the back. His girl would be here and I'm laying here and I can start to feel my friend moving. And I'm like, well, that feels like a vigorous back massage.
He's really getting into those knots. Yeah, you gotta work that shit open. So you're like moving and shaking.
And so I'm like,
You just realize these people are fucking.
again, she asks me again, she goes, Kristina, are you okay with this? And I go, I start chuckling.
Of course, just like that.
And I go, I mean, I gotta know how the story about the time my friends fucked on top of me
It's
is.
true. Literally on top of you.
And so wait, did they just like keep going until he came?
And I just laid there. She kept rubbing my back. It was chill, you know?
She was just kept massaging you while she got
an
fucked.
erotic massage that
Where did he
had
come?
nothing to do with me. Not on me. Not on me. I don't remember that part.
Because if he came in her, it would drip on you.
No.
And if he came on her,
I think she
could
got
drip
off
on you.
of me before that.
Did she get off on you?
like was she like rubbing her fucking pussy on
Like,
your butt?
yeah. Paint a picture.
I think maybe a little bit, but like again, I was focused more on the massage.
People are fucking on top of you and you don't worry about the fucking?
I was tired, okay? I was just relaxed. I was like, this is interesting. I'll talk about this one day, and here we are.
This is the time and place. Like this is the place to talk about it. You can warn any of our friends that we have on, you guys. But just be like, be prepared. They're gonna shock you.
Ask you about everything.
Everything.
Oh man. So I feel like you always are in those situations where like people are fucking around you.
I've been in a lot of interesting situations for sure.
I feel like massages go wrong for you a lot. Or go right, depending on how you want to think about it.
I'd say go right.
Didn't you like get, I don't know if this is too much.
Yeah.
Didn't you get a little
We're not going to use a name on this one.
Absolutely not. A little finger action.
Oh yeah. No, I was doing a collab one time.
It's hot when it's consensual.
Yeah. I was doing a collab one time and both again, it was on another trip where you guys
was
were in
in
the
the-
bed. You guys were in the room.
Oh, I was asleep.
You were
sleeping. You were up wide awake texting my man being like, yo, I don't know what's happening over there, but
Somebody's getting frisky.
I was doing a collab, literally like a massage collab video for OnlyFans. Like I'm in like underwear and a bra and I'm getting my ass rubbed, right? And I'm like, and I look at my friend that's doing it and I'm like, hey, should I be like getting into this? Like, I don't know what, like kind of like, what's the vibe? And he's like, yeah, get into it. So I'm getting into it. I'm
You
like,
enjoyed yourself.
you know, like I'm getting into it a little bit, but like for the video.
yeah.
So anyway, I hear, all right, I'm going to cut the camera now. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm like going to get up. And then next thing I know, I was like, ah, like it like didn't get in, but like you just try. And I jumped forward and I was like, you know, this is just for the video, right?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, for the video.
You're just a really good actress.
Kristina has great moans and she is very theatric.
I've listened to the whole thing. It was like a solid 15-minute video.
Oh shit.
And I was just laying there
was
being
a
like,
good
why am I
massage.
not
What do you
getting a
expect?
massage?
He gave me a good massage that trip too.
I was the only one who didn't get a massage.
I'm sorry. At least you didn't get surprise fingered.
That's true.
It could have been worse.
A surprise attempted
Well,
finger.
I don't think if a
Attempted
girl
finger.
gave me a massage, they would try to finger me without consent.
No,
think so.
women don't
No.
just, because at first I was like, well, I guess maybe he thought I was into it, but then I rethought it. I was like, if I was with somebody, I would make sure that was okay before that's a big next step to take, like without knowing.
To go from rubbing your back to like, yeah, that's a lot.
That's a big next step. Like
There's some in the middle.
you gotta like kind of know a little bit more before you go there. Like,
Yeah.
Like turn around, maybe kiss a little,
Yeah,
you know,
like,
like
don't just,
something.
It's so like like not intimate. Like it's very like keep that, like I like intimacy. Stop making fingering motions, David.
The way she did it, yeah.
I told you would like Kristina. She's funny.
Well, thank you.
So, Kristina, Jamie, I have a very serious question for you guys.
Mom?
I feel like this isn't going to be serious, but go ahead.
Fuck you. How dare you?
Fight now. Fight to the death over it. I have swords.
Do you?
I can Amazon Prime them.
We'll fight in 2 days.
I think my lightsabers are coming in today. I ordered them for
Damn.
the 4th, and they came in late.
You can still use them. Have fun with them.
I will fight you.
Maybe surprise
to the
finger.
death with the lightsaber.
Surprise finger me with the lightsaber.
Oh, that would be a video. You turn it on and
Yeah. You're welcome.
That's a video.
You do have to do it with me, though. You're welcome.
Yes, mommy.
Okay, here's my very serious question.
That's not going to be serious.
Fuck you. Do you think you could take a grown adult serious who says heckadoodle? Or heck?
do you know who I just pictured in my
heck?
No, do you know who I just pictured saying it that we all know?
Who?
Stormy?
A dog. Mr. A, big A.
Pictured
Like
him.
in casual conversation, I was like, would I respect him?
Imagine if he's like, this is a heckadoodle of a deal, girls. You gotta get in on
I'd
this.
be like, no. I'm like, what the fuck did you just say?
I think that's one of the only people
a
that I
very
know
serious,
that
like,
I could actually
businessman.
get away with it. Like, I feel like I'd just be like, this is a little weird, but yeah, whatever. Like,
I'll give it to him.
Well, that's because he's like a respectable business.
like he's earned the right to say heckadoodle.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to do you got to go through a lot of hoops to be able to say heckadoodle and get some respect.
Yeah, I completely agree.
That's so true.
I hope one day to get to that level where I can say heckadoodle, but choose not to.
You've been saying it a couple times.
Just
now.
this podcast.
Emily, you always say weird words.
Do I? I say like flabbergasted.
Like for like 6 months or like a year, you were just like, this is Haggard.
Oh yeah,
This is Haggard. Now you do accents like, this is Haggard.
I don't say Haggard anymore. That was from a workplace that you know what? You grow out of that now.
And I like the hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, I don't know where I got that from.
I think I said it to you all the time.
Hell yeah, brother.
You started that one?
I always have said it like, I said it a lot in like ex relationships. They all like would send the memes of the guy from like a long time ago. It's fucking some fighter. I'm bad with names.
And he says, hell yeah, brother.
Look, Google GIFs on your phone. Like you're going to text me and say, hell yeah, brother. And it's the wrestler with blonde hair that everyone dresses up. Why can't I think of it? John Cena? No.
Oh, Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a Hulk Hogan thing.
Interesting. Never knew the origin.
What?
Hell yeah, brother.
That makes so much sense, though, that he would say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Isn't it funny how like you create like dialects with the people you're around and like your dialect switches depending on what group of friends
Yes.
you're with?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's something that's always interested me. Especially when you're dating somebody, you pick up like their lingo, like their style of saying stuff.
Because you're just obsessed with them and you want them to be with you forever. And you're like, you copy every part of their personality. I don't know about anything like that. What?
Maybe we need to see a therapist.
It sounded a little bit too personal there, girl.
Are you speaking from experience?
No.
No, we're all unique in our own ways.
Do you ever just feel like you don't have a personality?
Yeah. No.
I've actually never thought that.
Sometimes when I feel numb, I'm like, I am no one.
No, but I'm like, who is Jamie? Or am I just an accumulation of the personality that I created to protect myself or get me to a place I wanted to be based on situations that happen? And every time you make a fucking new decision, it changes. And I've constantly been growing. I'm not the same person. So I'm like, who am I? And I don't like, what is me? What's me? And what's the results of my reality?
Yeah.
I think that's normal.
Like, okay, so here's how I think of it. It's like, we're just this body, right? Like, this is my avatar, and I've got this consciousness in my avatar, wherever the heck it is, like, who knows? And who I am, I try to, like, just do what I want to do in the moment. So it's not really like I can't even, like, define it, but it's like, I'm trying to be more present and more just now and doing what feels right at that moment instead of based off of what I used to do or who I used to think I try to like not limit myself and put labels or anything like that.
So allow yourself to change, give yourself the grace to be human and make mistakes and learn from them.
All that.
I like that.
I totally picture myself separate from my avatar. Like I look at myself and it's not me. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, that's not me in the mirror. And I'm like, I don't know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so then I'm like, you know what? Then why not fucking dress my avatar up like I'm in Sims? I'm like, I'll get piercings and tattoos. And everyone's like, why ruin your body like that? And I'm like,
fake.
because it's an avatar. And in like 100 years, you're going to be able to build your own.
We're in a simulation.
Like,
Shit's wild.
would you fuck Elon Musk?
He's kind of ugly. He's very ugly.
I mean,
Smash or pass Elon Musk.
okay, but like, okay, what's the benefit? Is it just for the sex or like am I
$2
getting
million.
That's not enough.
I would fuck Elon for 2. I'd be like, sorry, Chris. We're about
He's
to be
kinda
rich.
got like the whole daddy thing going, you know?
Yeah, he has like
Kinda
10
got
kids that he doesn't take care of.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a no.
He was like abusive to his
Pass.
ex-wife.
Really?
pass.
Yeah, he's a fucking billionaire. Can you not imagine he'd be abusive in some way?
I hope that if I were a billionaire, I wouldn't be abusive.
I don't think you can get to that level of billionaire without exploiting and being abusive to people.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What
Which
if it
is-
was just like a crypto billionaire? You just manipulated systems.
I mean, okay,
instead of
so
people.
Like, stop.
Honestly though, like I don't care if somebody has a lot of money or this or that. Like what's that doing for me? Like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of I've seen so many girls, especially in like Miami, they're just like excited to be fucking rich guys and it's like, what's that?
What's it going to do for you?
what's that even doing for
all
you?
of the
Like-
ones I meet in Miami, I fucking hate. all
all
of the
the
ones that
rappers.
they're like, oh my God. Half the people I meet, and that you could just tell that all they care about is money and the fame and the power and not about who people are.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm
I'd
like,
rather just work on myself, make my own money, and just get ahead and be proud of what I did myself.
yeah.
And spend time with myself and people I want to be around.
You're good at that. You're an individual.
You're very good at that.
Like you,
Thank you.
I respect that.
yeah, you just kind of like move to your own beat. You know, you do what you want and what makes you happy. We were talking about you the other day to Sam on the last podcast episode. We talked about how you stick to your routine to like ground yourself and be healthy no matter where you go traveling. Because we were talking about how we have like let go of some things because of stress and buildup, and it was like a lot. And so we were just like admiring how like you literally can travel, and doesn't matter where you go, you will be up that morning or straight off a plane and go fucking hiking, which sounds like my worst nightmare. I'm like, God, I have no energy. And you're just like boop, boop. And then you run around and you do everything, and then you're out, and then you wake up and you're going on walks before anyone's even awake. And like, I think that is a huge part of your success. You know what I mean? Like, it's because you were so grounded and
You're good at setting boundaries with yourself.
I feel like part of it too, like where that kind of thing can help you is because if you like are always doing stuff like that, you always have the yes mentality. Like I'm always going to be doing something. I'm always going to be working. I think
So an
that's
object in motion stays in motion.
kind of, yeah. But I appreciate that. Thank you.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
crazy
it was-
to watch. You always travel, and I look at you and I'm like, I would be dead.
I don't like to sleep or nap or
Oh, I'm a napper. I love my naps.
I don't get a lot of rest. I get like probably like 6 hours of sleep at night.
Really?
Well, we were talking like you've been vegan
Wow.
for 8 years, right?
About 8.
About
just,
8?
Just about, yeah.
And
Hell yeah.
that consistency, it's the same thing of consistency for the people like our friend Nala. She has worked out for so long. You know what I mean? Like she has remained so consistent that like I feel like her body is just fucking superhuman at this point. And
Yeah.
perfect.
Amazing.
And consistency is key. And you've been able to do that. And so you're going to reap the benefits of staying consistent for that long. You know what I mean? Like I've had spurts where I was consistent, like 2 years of working out and a year off. And then I work out for 8 months and then I'm off. My body's going and fluctuating. So I'm never getting that like optimal, I guess, energy rate or healing or cell capacity, like usage, because it's so up and down. But the consistency part is like huge.
key.
You've been really good at sticking with that. How have you done that? For people who want to be vegan, people who want to have better energy and travel and do all this shit, because you're fucking doing everything.
I've been honestly active and like not stopped moving since I was like since I could walk. Like this has been almost my whole life. But I feel like when I went vegan, I didn't have to sleep as much, and I didn't need to it was like so. Food, when you eat, right, it's energy, and if you're eating high energy foods, it's easier to digest, so it's less energy to digest it, and then your body has more energy, and it, for me, has been proven true time and time again personally, and I think that kind of diet mixed with like the regimen that I put myself on to make myself get up early and do something every day, like, and just kind of sticking with it and doing sports. And it's not always the same thing. That's the other thing too, is just how with like my eating or whatever, I kind of just listen to my body and do what I want. Same with working out. Like it doesn't have to be, I'm not going to make myself go to the gym. If I don't want to go to the gym, I might go up and go for a run. I might go to the beach and swim in the water. I might I'm going to do something active, but it doesn't have to be the gym. I listen to my body and what it feels like doing.
No, like I see you a lot, like shooting basketball hoops, just like running around, like doing skateboarding shit, rollerblading, running. You just have a lot of variety.
You do the variety, which is you
good.
do boxing.
Absolutely.
What's been the biggest thing that you've learned from boxing?
Don't get hit in the face. No, I'm kidding. Actually, the uppercut's worse. Yeah, keep your hands up.
Hands up
and move. Good movement.
What'd you learn about yourself going through like boxing?
I learned that I felt like that actually got me to a new threshold of pushing my body. And I realized how much further I could go. And it really helped my endurance. And I love it. Emily's like the sweetest person ever.
I'm a devil.
I don't think you know Emily enough.
I'm like Lucy. Like, round.
Emily's.
I've actually never seen that side of you.
Oh, you've never seen Emily angry?
Not towards me, and not really angry towards anybody else that I can think of.
I've seen her raise a few hands. Ready to fight.
Yeah, I will argue with people very aggressively, especially men, like particularly men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody came up to me and Patty in the street the other day, and I was like, back the fuck up, get the fuck away.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. That's just the Boston. What you mean?
Yeah, that's true. I guess... No, the only like harsh part about Emily, and this is about me too, it's both of us. And the reason I've experienced this because we live together is when you just need space. You don't want to talk to anyone, right? She has me as a roommate. I'm annoying as fuck. I'm like, hey, what's up? Let me tell you this whole life story.
I'm the same way though.
You know what I mean? And then sometimes Emily's just like not into it. And I get the colds. Like she doesn't talk to me for like 12 hours. And I'm like, or like she's in a mood or like, and again, we do this to each other. So
I was going to say, don't you give it back, I'm sure.
We both.
It's hard. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want conflict. But then sometimes I'm like, one time I left and then I was like, that hurt my feelings. And then, but we communicate like that. I've done the same thing. I can get so cold. But I like to think of myself like we're genuinely happy, like nice people.
Yeah.
You know,
for sure. When you live with somebody, it's definitely very different than anybody else can ever see you.
Like you don't ever see, you never see anyone like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like you don't see your friends like that unless they're in stressful situations, you know?
Yeah.
And living together, you see a lot more of the stress. Yeah. It's definitely that.
Yeah. So like that's when you see like different sides of people.
Or like traveling with somebody.
When we traveled, we had an interesting little situation.
We talked about it.
Really?
Yeah. When I got I
wanted to take her. We were in LA. That was your first time in LA, right?
Yeah. It was my first time traveling for that long ever.
Yes. And I'm like, I get a rental car every time I go there because I want to go explore and do different shit. I want to go through the mountains and all that. I'm like, hey, we're going to go. I'm going to show you my favorite beach. We're going to go like, I'm going to just show you. It'll
you
be
were just
fun.
like ready to go.
We get there. We had just smoked a really nice J that we got at the dispensary. We get there. And as soon as we get there, this nice lady right here.
This lovely
lady here looks at me and goes, my face is numb. I think I'm having a stroke. And I was going like this. I go, she's going like this, making it. She's
calling me.
She's like, yeah. She's like, is my face drooping? And clearly like doing it herself.
No, I wasn't. It was
yes, you were. It was a panic attack. It was in your head. And she's like, she goes, I need to go to the hospital. And I go, like, I don't want to like tell you not to go and you die. So like, if you really want to go to the hospital,
we'll go.
But you definitely don't need to go. So anyway, we go to the hospital.
I was like, I do. I'm having a stroke.
Like 2 hours we're sitting there. The sun's down. It's too late to go to the beach. And then the doctor comes in, has a prescription for her. And she goes,
it's just Ativan.
Never forget this. She goes, is this for a stroke? And he says, no, ma'am, it's for anxiety. And I just looked at her. I just went...
It was like, it's Ativan. And I literally was like, fuck this, discharge me, I'm out.
Oh my God. And then you had to pay like fucking $1,500 in emergency
these
bills.
doctors are
I just
gaslighting
sat there and I was like, I fucking told you.
I was like, no, I was so mad. I was like, no, my face is numb. It went numb. I thought it was the fucking oil that we got from the crystal shop. then you're gaslighting and you're like, it's just anxiety. I'm like, she doesn't fucking know what's happening. And then the doctors
How was that gaslighting? I was right.
and then the doctors are gaslighting me, those narcissists. I'm an empath and I can feel the judgment.
It turns out
I was judging for sure. I was like, but I'm not going to not go because, like, what if I'm wrong?
And then I'm like,
yeah. It's always better to be safe than sorry.
I didn't want to be like...
I think I got a panic attack, though, from, like, traveling and being away and, like...
Oh, no.
Like,
imagine the news article, though, like, OnlyFans girl tells her friend not to go to the hospital as she's having a stroke. Like, bro, like, they would come up with some crazy stuff that,
Suddenly
you know,
you're on
like,
trial for manslaughter.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen those headlines before.
We have multiple times, actually.
Yeah.
We won't get into it.
Yeah.
That's too much right now. Also, I have to pee.
All right, we'll take a break and then we'll do Stony Baloney. We'll do some of like the high questions maybe. No, do you know how I fart though?
I actually don't.
It's always silent for some reason, and it's always like a.
Is that from having a lot of anal?
I don't have a lot of anal.
I remember you actually said you don't really fart that much, that you actually burp.
I'm a burper. Ready?
Burper. I'm not a burper. I wish.
And she's still going, guys. She's still out with her. She's doing it.
Once I start, I can't stop. It just keeps going, and then I'm like, oops,
So let's not start that while we're doing a podcast.
Do you guys have those farts that like start in the back and then go to the front?
Yeah, they go right up your pussy.
Yeah. Do you have that?
What?
Like you fart and like a little bit of it comes up and in?
Have you ever gotten an infection from that? That sounds like BV. The recipe for it right there.
That's why we shower often.
No, I don't think I've had that experience.
You've never had a fart roll up your underwear and go to your
into my pussy?
not into
Maybe
your
not
vagina
into it, but like
hole.
up your clit, that area.
Like it
Oh,
feels
yeah.
like you
in a bathing
queefed.
suit or something.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a bubble.
Yeah.
It's like a bubble that goes up
Yeah.
and you just feel it run over
It's
your
really
clit.
weird.
And you're like, whoa, what was that?
Sometimes it gets stuck right at the top and I'm like, can you just like release out
you
of
just-
my underwear?
You gotta do the slap.
I've never tried that. I'll do that next time. I do slaps for like mosquito bites, but I'll try it on my pussy.
You never slapped your own pussy?
I haven't, but I've had people like spank my clit, and that's fun.
I've had so many guys like go like that, you know what I mean?
Just like you're doing great, kid.
Yeah, they're
I've definitely like inappropriately made jokes and definitely slapped my pussy.
sometimes
Like, for sure. At some
yeah,
point.
I always do this joke. Sometimes I lay back and I'm like, when I'm about to fuck, I'm like, come here, baby.
Yeah. That's normal.
I ain't never fucking slapped my pussy in my life. Had to do it for y'all, exclusive right here.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
And
all
David
right.
still turned away.
All right. I think, honestly, I feel like we can end there.
And that's it.
Are we going to do ducking high?
All right, well, let's do 3 questions.
Okay.
All right. And now we're going to do Stony Baloney 20 minutes later.
We'll cut this.
Do you expect anything less, though? Why are you
No.
cutting this?
No, like we'll cut the rest of the podcast. So
it'll
flows.
be cut up. It'll
Yeah.
be like 55 minutes. It'll be perfect. Okay. This is stupid.
Christina, do you want to ask the first question? You get the honor, and
If
then
you
you
got
judge.
something for free
Yes.
for the rest of your life,
Okay.
what would it be?
If I got something for free, anything
Anything.
for the rest of my life, what would it be?
Yes.
Weed.
I was going to say hookers and cocaine. No, I'm just kidding.
Says the celibate person who doesn't do drugs besides weed.
I know. Come here. There's just one hair. Wait. Push it all the way to the top. You got it.
Just breathe harder.
Yeah. It needs a name. Perfect.
Oh,
Beautiful.
yeah, cute.
Beautiful. Yes. Right there. Yeah, the camera loves you. What was the question?
If you got anything for free for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
college tuition?
I would, if I got
wanna
anything
just
for
keep going
free
to
for the rest of
school?
my life, I would like commercial buildings.
I was gonna say real estate, like
Real
just
estate.
land. Give me land.
Land or real estate.
I just wanted to have fun.
and I'd make mad money. You're like cocaine and hookers, and I'm like real estate.
See, I was gonna sell the hookers and the cocaine. I'm just kidding.
Kristina starts a
kidding,
sex
just
trafficking
kidding.
ring.
I would like commercial buildings with a room full of cocaine and hookers free for the rest of my life. I sell it in the financial district of every city.
They'd love
I
that.
set them up.
We're
they make
really
me a-
testing the boundaries of the community guidelines on this podcast today, guys.
This won't be a clip on TikTok.
Good.
cocaine and hookers.
You can
All right.
fuck them both.
I hope the upstairs neighbor could hear that because I could hear your fucking vacuum in
This
her.
asshole always pours water over the balcony, like buckets of water.
And like she cleans it so it's full of soap and it goes all over our whole patio.
Oh,
We'll cue in a clip of that. I'll send it to you later.
Oh, yeah, no, dude. I literally thought when I first saw it that her house was overflowing.
So we ran upstairs.
How high were you?
We could hear a dog.
Very.
We were very high. And so
Very
like,
high.
no, but it went on for like 30 minutes and the water kept, it was a stupid, absurd amount of water. And we were like, dude, her house is flooding. So we call like the front desk and like, they're like, oh yeah, we'll go up. But I was like, we need to go up because I could hear a dog barking. So then we go upstairs and we're listening and we hear I hear water, like running water. And I'm like, oh no, something is left on. I hear the dog barking and all I picture is the dog drowning, like in the water, like it's going up and like the dog's yelling for help. It sounded like a little dog. And so I knocked a bunch of times and she didn't answer. So I just busted through her door and walked in.
And
To
that's
save the dog. And she walked out and she was like, hello. And I was like, I thought your dog was dying.
we thought like her tub had overflown or something.
what?
I literally looked up
How
at the
do you
ceiling and I was like,
explain
we're
that?
flooding.
That's almost as bad as me. I accidentally stole a dog this week.
You didn't steal.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, not like on purpose, like completely not on purpose. Like I was at the beach and I was in the water and then for some reason I wanted to like it was like too wavy. So I was like, I'm going to take my flippers off because I literally went to the beach to swim like a mile. And so I'm going to take my flippers off. So I'm like walking back to my car. There's this French bulldog like running around on the beach and I see it with these two kids.
Oh.
And then I'm still walking back to my car and he follows me to my car. And I'm like, why is this dog off of the beach now all the way over here? What the hell's going on? And so I grab him and I walk back to the beach. I'm like, whose dog is this? Whose dog is this? And I'm like walking around, nobody's answering. And then finally this guy comes over to me and he goes, I saw two kids bring it over here and I think they abandoned it. But like in reality, looking back now, it was just two kids that the dog was like
Playing
with that left and just it wasn't their dog, so they left it. But anyway, I take the dog, I give the guy and like another neighbor my number and I'm like, if you hear anything, let me know. But I like take this dog home. I'm like trying to think of a name for it. I'm like, I'm gonna adopt this dog.
I saw your story and I was like, did Kristina get a dog? I'm like, this bitch travels way too much for a dog. And you're like, my new family. I'm like, what's happening?
You called me and I got so excited for you. I was like, Christina's gonna have a dog and she's gonna take him everywhere and he's gonna learn how to hike. And I was so hyped. And then you called me the next day and you're
Crying.
like,
I was like, I had to give him back.
So wait, they called you?
I got a call from the guy that I gave my number to, and he was like, I found the owner. This is her number. So I called her and I had to explain to her that I accidentally stole her dog. But like, I like literally was like, listen, he's in my bed right now, sleeping. I bought him high quality organic raw meat and shit from the farmer's market.
Of
Like,
course
don't
you
worry, your
did.
dog's been well taken care
Oh,
of.
absolutely.
Like, yeah, no, that dog was cool. But like, I kept trying to think of what his name was. I kept calling him, I was calling him mostly Gunther. And then I found out his name was Fred. But
I feel like Fred and Gunther are pretty similar.
kind of. It was. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I can actually see that.
I could see a Fred too.
I could see Fred.
But
yeah.
you know, in the span of the day, one day you became a dog mom and then
And I was stripped of my title.
you were stripped.
Yeah.
Do guys whose name's Fred like hearing girls say their name in bed?
Fred. Yeah.
Oh, Fred.
Fred, let me take this stick. No.
That's
No.
I don't think I could.
I don't think I could fuck a Fred.
I don't know.
Sorry, Fred.
Or like a Steve. How do you No.
I think I have fucked a Steve and I kept saying stove.
Steve Carrell is daddy.
I love.
Steve Carrell is daddy.
Wait,
I could fuck a Steve.
I met Steve Carrell by tackling
Oh my
him.
God, yeah.
I accidentally tackled Steve Carrell to the ground.
It happens.
Yeah, I was working at Wahlburgers in Hingham, Massachusetts, where it first opened, like the Wahlberg family's restaurant. And I was a server, or I was like a bus host. I did everything, and I was like running around, and I was picking up trash off of the tables, and I was holding a tray. He's with his family sitting. I don't know. I didn't know this at the time. I didn't even know he was there. And I'm like running around. It's hell. It's Christmas break.
Oh, Jesus.
So we're so busy, and I turn around holding the tray of food, and I just like go hard into this man. And I fall to the ground. The trash goes everywhere. I land on top of this man. And then I look at him and he looks at me, and it's Steve fucking Carrell.
Oh, Steve Carrell, if you're out there, she wants to buy you a round of drinks to apologize.
And he was so sweet. He literally was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was like, "I'm sorry." And then he helped me pick it up, and then he put his arm around me and walked me to the trash. I was like in high school. And he was like, "I hope you have a great Christmas." And I was just in awe. And I was like, I need to go change my panties or something.
He is daddy. I feel like that's a very like, what is his name? Fuck, I know it. Yeah, Adam Sandler move. Like very Adam Sandler to just like help somebody out and be sweet.
Yeah, he was so sweet. And I think he's becoming a like silver fox.
He's getting so hot with age.
He's getting hotter with age. I'm like, daddy, with the glasses and everything, Steve Carell.
The gray hair.
You could get it.
You're doing it. You're doing it for me.
I met you in high school and I'll never forget you.
But she's over 18 now, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm 28. Yeah.
I wonder how old his kids are.
And Titan went. All right. Well, I think this has been going on. I think
we're going to ask a couple more questions.
We are?
Mm-hmm.
Just to have it, yeah, right?
Okay. I'm just so high. Okay. Which two celebrities would you like to see in a boxing match against each other?
Kanye and Pete Davidson.
Oh, that would be
shit.
fucking great.
For sure.
Who do you think would win?
I actually don't know. I feel like Kanye's stronger.
Yeah.
But I feel like, actually, no. Does Pete work out?
What if Pete just like puts his arm
he's
out
taller,
on like Kanye's
he's got way
head?
more
He's
reach.
Like, no, Kanye's just like
this.
fighting. Yeah.
I think that might actually be like a semi-fair fight. Like Kanye's from Chicago. He can't be like that soft.
Right.
And Pete's got a bigger reach. He's like probably a little bit like more in shape, like
You think?
endurance-wise. I don't know.
He looks
I picture.
real sickly.
I hear he's got to carry a big dick around every day.
Hey, he'll just like he just starts
weightlifting.
beating Kanye in the face with his dick.
Somebody would buy that porn.
Oh my
A
god!
lot of somebody's.
Literally,
I'm one of them.
Yeah, I think Pete Davidson's hot, and I'm okay with that.
I can see why people feel like he's hot. I can see it in certain
It's a
clips.
hype.
I'm like, I get it.
I want to fix him. I want to give him a home. I want to give him a bed that
You can
doesn't
sleep on this bosom.
come to mama. Sorry, Kim. I don't mean to go for your man, but like if he was down, I would. So.
We're gonna get like copyright. Our whole video, our whole channel is taken
I'm
down.
gonna get an email from Kris Jenner.
A cease and desist.
I mean,
I would want to see.
Can't really compete with Kim K, so I don't really see this going anywhere.
I want to see Will Smith and Chris Rock fight.
Ooh, well, Will Smith's
Will
gonna win
Smith-
that for sure.
Will Smith
You think
and
so?
The
for
Rock.
sure.
And
Will
who?
Smith and The Rock. Not Chris
And The Rock
Rock
versus Chris Rock.
No.
That's not a fair fight.
Keep Chris Rock out of it. Will Smith versus The Rock.
No, I want to see like the two people who this whole shit is about fight.
No,
I don't
but-
want to see The Rock. He would literally step on Will
So,
Smith. Like it's done for.
That's the point. Will Smith went after someone. That's the same
They're
thing.
the same height. Which celebrity would make the best president? I can't
Keke
think
Palmer.
of a single one.
Keke Palmer.
Keke. I love Keke
I
Palmer.
love Keke Palmer.
I do love her.
I feel like she'd be great.
America would be a lot more fashionable.
This is a really hard question. I feel like Paris Hilton would be fun to watch.
She would be like,
That's hot.
the Republicans just got rid of abortion. That's hot.
Not hot.
That's not hot.
Oh man.
I feel like Snooki as president would be a shit show.
I don't know anything about her now. Have we checked in on her recently?
She's like a
how's she
mom.
doing?
Like she's
great,
doing.
yeah.
Oh,
She's normal. She's changed.
Yeah,
She's grown.
I think JWoww and Roger, that asshole, broke up. They got
I
divorced.
don't know who Roger is.
Oh, they were. Sorry, I guess you aren't big into Jersey
No,
Shore.
I wasn't. I knew the gym tan laundry part of it. That was about it.
Do you know who I would love to see as president?
Who?
Gerard Butler. Because his voice and his face.
Just because he's hot.
Fun fact, we stayed at his house a couple months ago.
He wasn't there,
wasn't there.
unfortunately. But he lived there.
Maybe next time.
Yeah.
I love him from Phantom of the Opera.
We were laying in the bed and I was like, he might have fucked on this bed.
For sure.
Leonardo DiCaprio also used to live in that house.
Yeah, and Ben Stiller.
And
I'd
Ben
just be
Stiller.
like, I hope they change their sheets.
And I hope they don't. I'll take it all in. And impregnate me with your celebrity sheets and we can make something work.
Some people do that. I just do not have the energy to be pregnant by a celebrity. It's just, I don't want to be pregnant.
They'd be away all the time. I need someone who's at home. I don't know if I could date another celebrity. I think I like having a civilian person.
a civilian.
Sometimes I wish that I did have like someone like in that romantic sense to do videos with and like be fun and like do all that together where they like were in the know and like could teach me things about the stuff I'm passionate about. But then I think about like what comes with all of that and the implications. What
if you
girls
guys
in the
break
DM and DMs
Yeah.
and shit and like if we like all of that stuff. So then I'm like, you know what? I can appreciate it being normal.
Yeah. And we're rolling and
Suck it, long time.
ooh, or short time. But guys, this has been a great episode of Two Girls, One Blunt. I'm so glad we finally got Kristina Santa on.
Yes.
Kristina, where can
I'm
we
so
find
happy.
you again?
Kristina Santa on pretty much all platforms.
Hell yeah.
You can go back to talking about how happy you are being on the podcast.
I'm happy to be here. Actually, like, no, for real. Look. This is my cell phone. I think I showed it earlier, but look at that.
Do we make merch? We appreciate you. I
Yeah.
think every time, even when you showed up and I saw it on the back again, I was like,
it's very sweet.
I was like, she loves us.
yeah.
And I feel loved and you're like, you know, and it just makes me happy.
You're repping us.
yeah.
I love it, man.
appreciate
I'm happy
the
to
love.
be here.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely have you on again. Well, you're in Miami and we're in Miami and we like to smoke weed and well, whatever. So let's
Let's do it.
let's kill this shit. Thank you for listening to another episode.
Woo,
You filthy
woo.
fucking stoners. Have a great Tuesday. Have a great week. Get high as fuck. Get fucked. Don't
Ooh.
fuck kids. We love you. Over and out.